What's up, guys? Happy Friday, and welcome back to the Heat Check, brought to you by Ballislife. I'm your host, that girl, Kayla Nicole. We have such an incredible show planned for you guys today, so keep it locked right here while we get into our first story of the day. Derrick Rose is back. You don't know how long I've waited to say those words. We've all had a front row seat to his struggles of injury and recovery, injury and recovery, and we know it's been an uphill battle, but 4 knee surgeries and 3 teams later, Rose has reemerged as the Timberwolves front runner. And amidst all of this Jimmy Butler trade tension, this is exactly what this team needs, a leader. So let's take a look back at the timeline of D. Rose. He's drafted number 1 by his hometown team, the Chicago Bulls. He wins Rookie of the Year, followed by youngest player to win MVP title in 2010. He's a 3-time All-Star, all until a period of injury misfortune strikes. He tears his ACL in 2012, injures his meniscus in 2013, and more knee struggles in 2015. Naysayers said he had no place in the NBA. D. Rose's response? Be patient. If his 50-point career-high game against Utah wasn't convincing enough, check out the show he put on for the Lakers Wednesday night, looking like the 2011 MVP D. Rose we all know and love. He knocked down a career high of 7 threes, which broke the Timberwolves franchise record, and finished with a solid 31 points. You can tell he was in the zone, and if there are any lip readers out there, let me know what you think he's saying, because I got an idea, and it's not nice. According to Derrick, he's aiming for that 6th Man of the Year award, and at this rate, he's certainly leading the pack as a top contender. You know, I'm not the only one excited to see D. Rose back in action. The GOAT, Kobe Bryant, chimed in, tweeting, "It's about damn time the real D. Rose stood up. Love seeing you back, my brother. No let up. Hashtag be you." I personally am completely here for the D. Rose comeback tour. His next stop will be tonight in Sacramento against the Kings. If you follow high school prep ball, it's very likely you already know about the national powerhouse that is Brewster Academy. If not, allow me to introduce you to a team that has more bounds than a dunk contest on All-Star Weekend. This Brewster highlight reel racked up over 70,000 views in 24 hours. And according to their head coach, Jason Smith, their game is starting to reflect that. Following their win against Redemption Christian Academy this Wednesday, Coach Smith told the media that his guys were, quote, not guarding people, and are in a place where they are, quote, buying the social media poison. Smith also added they think that they're good, but they're not. Do they have the potential to be really good? Absolutely. And that's without a doubt. They certainly have the pieces, including 6'4" point guard Jalen Rose, who was ranked by ESPN as the number 22 prospect in the class of 2019, as well as 6'9" forward Alonzo Gaffney, who was ranked number 29. But the roster carries several other stars who have made a name for themselves before coming to New Hampshire, which might be why this team is struggling to make the proper adjustments. Smith thinks his main priority is, quote, getting kids to understand they have to accept their role, because that's what it's going to be like when they get to college. Alum TJ Warren was a McDonald's All-American and came off the bench at Brewster. He also signed a $52 million contract. I mean, I'll come off the bench for $52 million. This 6-man stigma at the high school level has to stop, okay? Get in where you fit in, y'all. Brewster has won 5 national championships since 2010 and sent 15 alumni to the NBA. So the bar is set, and they are certainly a team to look out for this season. All right, guys, moving into our next segment, GTFOH. First up, we've got Zion Williamson. He certainly did not disappoint in his Duke debut, scoring 28 points, 11 for 13 from the field, and 7 rebounds in a 34-point win over Kentucky. His dominance on the floor is like nothing that I've ever seen before. Duke's run game was filled with SportsCenter top 10 plays, and the freshman alone combined for a total of 89 points. 89 points! Well, Paul Pierce seems to be just as impressed by Duke's starting 5. In fact, he thinks that they're capable of beating the Cleveland Cavaliers. How do you feel about that statement? Check out this clip.
Y'all see that Duke game last night?
Ooh, they got some heat.
Wait, but you know how these arguments
are. They can beat Cleveland. You heard it here first.
And you know what? To an extent, I agree. The Cavs don't have an answer for Zion right now. Hell, the Cavs don't have an answer for any team in the league right now with that losing record of 1-10. All hype aside, the official Duke basketball page responded in an ironic but valid way, saying, quote, Rodney Hood would be a tough matchup for us. obviously showing love to their Duke alum and also adding, quote, "But actually, we only played one game so far. It's just one game." Touche. Well, hopefully Zion will make Jalen Rose a believer, who apparently thinks he wouldn't even have a shot at a starting 5 spot on the Fab Five. Check out Stephen A's hilarious response to this nonsense.
Your friend and mine, Mr. Rose, told me that Zion Williamson would not have started for the Fab Five. Your thoughts?
What? What? Who? Hold on. Please don't tell me that's true. Please don't tell me you said. Did you say? I just want to, because I'm not going to just trust Green on this one. Yes or no? Did you say that?
Here's the thing.
Did you say that? Answer the question.
Newsflash, Jalen, not only would he start, he probably would end up taking your spot. All right, y'all, moving into our next segment, heads up. The Nuggets were up 115 to 107 with seconds left on the clock when Jamal Murray decided to take his last three-point shot attempt at 50 points. Well, Kyrie Irving wasn't really feeling that, responded by launching the ball into the crowds and stating, I quote, "The ball deserves to go into the crowd after a bullshit move like that, so I threw it in the crowd." Kyrie, the temper tantrum. You sound mad, bro. You sound really mad. Now, Murray claims he was only trying to get to 50 and, quote, "didn't mean any harm." But he does have quite the track record of shooting last-minute shots and pissing off his opponents. Check out these shots against Lonzo Ball and Isaiah Thomas.
Last game here ended when he dribbled around you. How much did that stick in your mind, or did your teammates talk about it coming into this game?
I remembered it. It's a punk move, but like I said, we're not gonna get into it. Just let him do whatever he want to do.
Did you feel like there was more in that vein tonight?
I don't know. Like I said, he gonna do the circus stuff. I'm not really feeding into it.
Andrew Jones made an emotional return this Wednesday as the Texas Longhorns took on Eastern Illinois. Jones was diagnosed with leukemia back in January, but was greeted with a standing ovation from fans as he made his first bucket from the free throw line. Jones later tweeted, "Appreciate the love, but I'm never satisfied." I'm sure Longhorn fans are excited to see his continued growth as they take on the Arkansas Razorbacks tonight. Alonzo Trier has been on a 2-day contract for what seems to be too damn long. Check out this clip of Trier draining a catch-and-shoot 3 to tie the game.
Here come the Knicks. Dotson back to Trier, puts up a 3. Bang! Tie game!
Knicks fans took to Twitter. They're loving this. @HoneyBadger206 said, "Sheesh, secure that bag. They've been sleeping, and I tried to tell him." @Pablo the God added, "I don't care what nobody say. He kept Arizona alive at the 2 guard his whole tenure there. Pull up and face me if you feel different." Right, I like that energy. Moving on to our last and final segment, LOL. Check out this clip that Savannah James posted onto her Instagram story featuring LeBron James trash-talking Bronnie Jr. for his full head-to-toe Ballislife fit.
Look at this fit. Look at this fit. That fit is garbage. Well, I got some nerves saying that fit is garbage right now.
Meanwhile, LeBron is sitting there with his triple XL onesie with basketballs all over it, okay? Shout out to the design team over here at Ballislife. What does LeBron know? Anyways. Model and actress Emily Ratajkowski thought it would be a great idea to post a scantily clad pic, aka a tit pic, courtside at the Laker game. And she even had the nerve to caption the pic, and I quote, "Checking in on Boo, period, at King James." On behalf of sis in my head, Savannah James, I'm gonna respond to this as if LeBron was my man. Okay, number 1, I'm all for freeing the nipple, but not courtside at my Boo's game. Okay, my Boo. Emphasis on mine. Number 2, you have the nerve to at him knowing damn well you need your face to make money, okay? We don't play that. We don't play it. Number 3, there is nothing cute about your little antics. You have better luck trying Kyle Kuzma, Lance Stevenson, I don't know, anyone else who is into this Hollywood ass-backward mess. Don't at my man again, okay? Meanwhile, Emily's comments are in shambles, as they should be. @Alexis Morgan posted, "We're trying to make the playoffs, Emily." Yeah, second that. @The Butte added, "He's married. You're married. This is inappropriate." And finally, @JJ Lassiter says, "Nah, Savannah James looking like, ooh, I wish a bitch would." Ew, Emily. Do better. Carmelo Anthony's return to OKC was nothing shy of depressing, scoring a total of 2 points on 2 for 11 shooting. The last time he scored 2 points on 10 plus shots was his rookie season in 2003. The icing on this very sad cake, Melo drives through the paint to make what seems to be an attempted layup, but is stopped with a high-five block by Patrick Patterson and Nerlens Noel. And you know Twitter lives for moments like this. Check out the funniest tweets from the night. At Lee Ellis tweets, "This might be Melo's best game for the Thunder." At K-State Dom adds, "Thunder should give Melo the ball after tonight's performance." Insert sarcasm here. All right, guys, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for locking into the Heat Check. As always, we want you guys to be a part of the conversation, whether it's the first story or the last. Make sure to sound off in the comments below and tell us what you think. And if you like what you saw today and you're like me, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel right now. If you missed the last episode and you need to catch up, you can click right over here. And if you're interested in checking out some hoop highlights, click right over here. Well, that'll do it for our show today on the Heat Check. I'm your host, that girl, Kayla Nicole, logging off.